Welcome to Colts Law. I'm Lawrence Owen. With me today is Colts Loyalist, and today we're discussing huge news. Huge news. Colts right tackle, draft pick, second round, 2018, Braden Smith signs a massive contract extension for the Indianapolis Colts. How massive? Well, let's be frank about it. It was so big, it really upset a lot of Colts fans. Okay? I mean, it upset a lot of Colts fans. He signed a 4-year extension worth $72.4 million a year with over half, way over half, $42 million guaranteed. That's an average salary of $18.1 million a year for a right tackle. That makes him the second highest paid right tackle in the NFL. In the NFL. Now, I personally, I expected $15 million a year right tackle. You know, that puts him around top 5. But holy crap, what was your thoughts when you saw the news that he got extended for $18.1 million?
Honestly, I was happy. I mean, I understand everybody's like, that's a big number and everything. But for me, the fact that I know that spot's secured, not by just a average or, slightly above average, but I think whenever it's all said and done, I think Braden Smith will be a consistent top 3 tackle. I mean, last year he didn't even allow a sack, I mean, and I understand the money's, the number's massive, but these players, I mean, these contracts are going to be getting massive over the next couple of years. And quite honestly, this is where I'm like, hey, Chris Ballard's never strayed us wrong. I've got to believe he's got a plan for this thing. I mean, it's not like this, it's not like they sit there and just said, oh yeah, let's just do this. You know what I mean? Everything's been very calculated and very planned out. So if the Colts are saying they're good and Mr. Irsay is fine with it, then I'm ecstatic the fact that I know we got Braden Smith for another nice little stretch as long as he stays healthy.
So that 2018 draft, oh my God, that's going to be expensive. All right, The first pick of the draft, 5th-year extension hit on Quentin Nelson. We're expecting a $20 million contract for that man, at least, right?
Yeah.
Then you had Darius Leonard, who's expecting somewhere around $19 million, give or take a few $100,000 a year. And then Braden Smith on an $18.1 million. You're looking at nearly $60 million for the first 3 draft picks of the 2018 draft for the Indianapolis class. Holy crap, that's a lot of money. But let's focus in a little bit on Braden Smith. Like I said, the number 2 highest paid right tackle in the NFL. But remember, this man was drafted as a right guard, right? He was drafted as a guard, came out his rookie year, played right tackle, and just has gotten better and better and better every year.
And that's huge because, I mean, he's not showing any signs of plateauing. He's not, I mean, there is a steady progression. It's not these leaps and then lulls, you know what I mean? So for me, that's where I'm just like, for that consistency, I mean, everybody's been talking about the left tackle and how much, we've got to worry about Carson Wentz. And, I mean, in the league nowadays, the right tackle is under just as much pressure, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I know it's not the blind side, but you still don't want Carson coming in year 1 and hearing footsteps.
Now, remember, like I said, Braden Smith has been playing right tackle the entire time, but he is drafted as a guard, which means that's what his rookie contract was set as a guard. He has been making less than $2 million a year average for his first 4 years of his contract, averaging less than $2 million. 4 years, $7.2 million total. That's $1.8 million a year. This guy has been played way better. So I think that this extra money, this $3 million a year, I guess, I think that has to come in the fact that, the Colts are compensating him. They say, you know what? If we draft you, we bring you in, you play well, we're going to pay you. We're going to show you the respect. And I think this has a little bit to do with back pay of saying, you played way better than that 1.8 million a year that we gave you before. So we're going to tack on a few extra $1 million to your contract. I think that's a fair deal. What are your thoughts? Do you think that might have a little something to do with this contract that he just got?
Well, I would have to say I look back to a couple years ago when we had a quarterback that had came in and was being paid as a backup and then got his contract. And like you said, it seemed like he was being compensated what he did the year before, plus put in that position of, hey, you're our starting quarterback. So I could say there's a history of that. So to sit there and say that I don't think that's a possibility, I absolutely do. The thing is, if we've got the money and the room for it and stuff, then awesome. But like you said, it's just, man, I hope that's all it is.
Right. That's fine. Obviously, I believe that Chris Ballard understands the books. He's just setting it up. This might be front heavy. This might have some of the money that we had left over from free agency this year, salary cap. Maybe that goes on Braden Smith a little bit. Try to lessen the hit later on down the road. Then, of course, salary cap will be going up in 2023. I don't know by how much, but from what I'm understanding, it's going to be a chunk of money, and he might be thinking of that as well. Now, we look at the contracts through the NFL for right tackles right now. Like I said, Braden Smith is number 2. Ryan Ramczyk for the Saints is the highest paid right tackle in the NFL. Braden is 25. Ryan is 27. And he's got a 5-year, $96 million contract. He's making over $1 million more a year than Braden Smith. And Ryan's an all-pro at right tackle. Has been. We know what kind of offensive line the Saints have, and Ryan is one of those solid pieces for him, just like Braden Smith's been a solid piece for the Colts. Then you go over to the Eagles. Lane Johnson, 29 years old. He's making $18 million a year. $18 million a year. And to be honest, I'm thinking that Braden Smith is playing better than Lane Johnson is right now. And Lane also an all-pro guy, right? Mm-hmm. Then you look at Taylor Morton for the Panthers, who's 27, and he's making $17.8 million a year. And La'el Collins for the Cowboys, you might remember him. He's the guy that no one drafted, even though he was considered a high first-round pick, but there was, legal issues in that situation. He ended up signing a 5-year, $50 million contract. And then, of course, Jack Conklin just signed his new contract with the Cleveland Browns. 3 years, $42 million, $14 million a year. Now, among those 6 guys, where would you put Braden Smith and where he's performed over the past couple years?
Like you said, I would put him, right where his pace is, somewhere in the 1, 2, 3 range. That's absolutely where I'd put him.
Yeah, I have to agree. And you pay a guy how he's playing. And you also don't forget, the guy knows how to play guard too. So if there's a situation that happens and he needs to move around on that offensive line, and we need to do it, that's fine. There's been talk of moving Braden Smith to left tackle, in an emergency, along with, Quentin Nelson and other guys. Braden Smith can play multiple positions and play them very well. And he's being paid right now to do exactly what the Colts need him to do. I want to congratulate Braden Smith. If you watch this, congratulations, man. You deserve every dime of this contract. Contrary to what a lot of Colts fans and NFL fans might say, you allowed 0 sacks on a very immobile Phillip Rivers last year. at the right tackle position where there's some serious heat coming from. So great job. You deserve every dime. Any final words, Loyalist?
just to add to that is the fact that Braden doesn't miss a lot of games. I mean, I don't have it in front of me, but I mean, I don't think that he's missed more than 3 or 4 games out of his, up to this point. So he's very solid, always improving, and I think that he's going to be able to put people's mind at ease, that this contract he's going to earn every dime of.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and look. That's actually not a bad idea, actually. From what I'm seeing, he has missed 3 games in 3 years. That's it. 3 games. He missed 2 games last year, as we know, and missed 1 game as a rookie.
Yeah.
So, he's pretty healthy. Plays well, plays solid. The Colts are paying the guys that are producing for them, and he's one of the foundation pieces of one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Protecting that side, that from high-end pass rushers from that right side. So congratulations. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget, hit the follow, smash the like button, subscribe, whether you're watching on Newsbreak, if you're watching this on YouTube, either way, please don't forget, check out on Newsbreak or on YouTube. There's links on both of my channels for the other channels. And until next time, as usual, have a good one.